If you use the sign in with my account functionality, whether that's Google, Microsoft, LinkedIn, GitHub, this is an episode I think you need to listen to. Google continuously scans our Google accounts with AI for policy violations. It might not affect us, but it might. And if you are using the sign in with Google functionality, you're more exposed than you might realise. Stay tuned and I'll explain why.
Welcome to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost with me, Charly Leetham. If you're a small business owner looking to simplify technology and get real, actionable advice from someone with 35 years of IT experience, you're in the right place. Every episode, I'll dive into tools and systems like email, CRM, marketing and tracking, and I'll break them down into bite-sized tips you can use straight away. Your time is valuable, so let's get straight to the point. It's time to work smarter, not harder.
Rise and Shine, it's your dose of business tech inspiration with me, Charly Leetham, episode number 723. It's Mindset Monday. We're going to be talking about signing in with Google and what we need to be aware of as business owners and individuals, and things we should be aware of in light of a couple of things that have occurred in the last couple of weeks, months even. Okay, so when you sign up for a Gmail account, a Google account is created for you at the same time. I really want to make the distinction here that there are different accounts within Google, but they all are tied together at the top level with that Google account, and that is created for you. Now, when you go and say sign in with Google, they authenticate through that Google account. It's that Google account that lets you log in. It's that Google account that lets you access your Gmail, your Drive, your photos, your YouTube. I'm making that really, really clear because sometimes it gets a bit muddy and people say, but I have a Gmail account. It's different to my Google account. It's not. It's the same account. It's the same ecosystem. And it's that Google account that is allowing you access to all of those other little products that sit underneath it. Okay. They are two separate things. They are multiple separate things, but they're all tied together. When we go to a website or an app offers us the opportunity to log in as Google or sign in with Google, it's using your Google account, not your email, your Google account, not your email, to log in. Okay, it goes to your Google account and says, is this person legitimate? And they do that by saying to us, log in with your Google account. We'll go and send an authorization request out. It's all techno magic. What was it? Automatically done. And it then allows you to connect to this third-party tool or application or website that you're trying to log into. And it's all very convenient, and that's what it's done for. It's called single sign-on, basically. Sign into one account, and that gives you access to multiple little accounts or multiple other accounts outside of it. It's all very convenient. It's supposed to be great, and it is great because you don't have to remember multiple passwords. You don't have to have multiple two-factor authentications. You don't have to have multiple entries in your password manager. You don't have to have multiple data keys or I can't think what they're called now, passkeys. That's what passkeys enabled to get into various accounts. You can just log in with one account. It gives you access to everything. Very, very convenient. Whereas with all things convenient, there are downsides. And the big downside here is that if you lose access to your Google account, you lose access to all of those accounts that you have got connected to that Google account. Not only that, you also lose access to all of your mail, anything you've got in your Drive, and all your files and your photos and whatever you've got stored up there, your YouTube account, it'll all go. You will not have access to it. They may even delete it on you. Why am I saying this? Why am I going down this path? Well, let me dig a little bit further. Google's account enforcement is actually fully automated. There is no, as far as I can tell, there is little to no human intervention in it now. There used to be they used to use automated processes to do data matching, to use pattern matching and flag accounts. Now they're using AI, and AI continuously scans across your drive, photos, email, other services for policy violations. Now, up until October 2025, that process would issue a warning before it took any action. But that warning period has now been removed entirely, and accounts can be flagged and terminated in a single automated step with no prior notice. You go to log into your Google account and says, no, we've terminated your access. You might even get a rather terse email in one of your other accounts saying, no, we've taken your account access away. Now, I can hear people saying, but we follow the policy. We are in compliance with the policy. This won't affect us. I wish that was true, but the system is getting it wrong. An AI system is only as good as the data it's fed, and it does pattern matching. It doesn't actually look at the content, and it certainly doesn't look at context when it's looking at something and saying this is a violation of our policy. Let me give you a couple of examples, and I'm going to give you my own personal anecdote as well. And mine wasn't AI. Goodness knows what would happen if it was AI today. So the first example I've got is manga artist Masahiro Itasugi. I think I've said that right, and if I haven't said it right, I do apologize for mangling the name. Masahiro uploaded his own artwork to Google Drive as a private backup. It was work he created and had never shared publicly. For whatever reason, Google's AI flagged it and terminated his entire account with no warning. Just, you violated our policies. Didn't tell him why, didn't tell him what was going on, didn't tell him anything. Just terminated his Google account. Not just his Drive account, his Google account. Now, in Masahiro's own words, he used that account to log into dozens of services and websites, so he lost access to all of them. So that's one example. A second example I have is a developer lost a 14-year-old account after the AI flagged a private research data set that was never shared and contained nothing illegal. I don't know what it found in it, but it said, no, that's a policy violation. You're gone. That developer has lost all of his emails, all the files in his Google Drive. Everything, if he had a YouTube channel, that's gone as well. And certainly that data set's gone as well, unless he had backups. I hope they had backups. Third example, a father took a medical photo of his child for a telehealth appointment. So he took it on his phone, sent it to the doctor. Unfortunately, it must have been an Android phone because it auto-synced with Google Photos, and the AI flagged it as child exploitation. Google reported him to the police, quite rightly. Look, I've got no problems with this. But the police cleared him. They said, no, that's legitimate. That's his son. He's taken the photo for a telehealth appointment. There's nothing wrong. Google has refused to reinstate his account. So he's lost his account. The final thing that I want to talk about, well, then I have a personal anecdote to add to it, but the final one that I want to talk about here is YouTube's demonetization sweep that is going through at the moment. I'm seeing lots of YouTube creators saying they've demonetized me. They've said that this isn't my original content. They've said that I've breached this policy. Now, they're not terminating the accounts, they're demonetizing them, which is slightly different, but it's the same pattern on a different scale. Legitimate creators are being caught by false positives by automated enforcement. Now, my personal anecdote is I had a client who had a paid Google Workspace account. They were tiny. Sorry, I keep saying the G word and it keeps triggering my assistant over here. Oh dear. They were a smaller client. They only had the one account, and they didn't send a lot of email. It was mostly to send invoices to their suppliers and to receive email from their clients. For whatever reason, it got hacked. And I keep saying, it doesn't matter how good your security is. There is every likelihood you're going to get hacked at some point in your life, mostly because we have to get it right every single time, and a hacker just has to get it right once. That said, they got hacked. The hacked account then started sending out spam. Google went, this is a spam account, you terminated. It was a Google Workspace account. We were paying for it. They terminated it. They said, no, you can't have it anymore. And I had no right of recourse. I couldn't go back and say, look, on behalf of my client, say, look, This was a mistake. You can see they logged in from different IP addresses. You can see the pattern that my client had up until now, up until when it got hacked. Can we just have it back? We'll fix up their security. We'll put on two-factor authentication. We'll do all these things. Now, that mine wasn't even an AI process. Mine was done by humans, or was done by the automated process, and then I'm assuming it eventually got reviewed by humans. Now, let me talk about that appeal process now, though, because it's a bit of a dead end, as I found out. We get a form with a strict word limit. There's barely enough space to explain the context of what happened. And remember what I said about AI has no context when it's looking at these things. For some violations, Google will only ever review a maximum of 2 appeals, and then they're going to close the matter permanently. That's for some violations. For others, you can keep trying and trying and trying, but typically it's a dead end. First appeals, the appeal that you put in for the first time, they are routinely rejected within minutes, which basically tells us no human has looked at it. It's gone into the Google AI process. The Google AI process has said, no, we're going to uphold what our AI told us. This AI is going to uphold what this AI told us, and we're going to not let you have access to your account. One user even went to the effort of paying for a Google One subscription specifically to get access to human support through live chat. And that made no difference. It was the same result. Now, in the father's case, the New York Times got involved and they contacted Google directly after the police had cleared him. Google has still refused to reinstate that account. I guess the corollary to all of this is that no known lawsuit against Google for wrongful account termination has ever succeeded in the US. Their terms of service give them the authority to do this, and the courts have upheld it, which is fine by me. It's their business. They are a private organization. If they want to do this and upset their customers, then that's what they can. I guess they're well within their rights to do it. I have other issues along it, but yeah, I guess, if we were to look at it in terms of real free speech and real freedom of association, fine, they can do it. They can't. The courts have upheld it. They can do it. Okay, cool. That brings me to the question, though. It isn't whether we trust Google. It's whether you've thought about what happens when Google's AI stops trusting you or is poorly programmed, doesn't have enough information to make the decisions that it needs to make. What would happen to you if your Google account disappeared tomorrow? How much of your business goes with it? Not just email, but every tool and website you authenticate through that account. Now, I'm picking on Google here. I am really, really hitting Google hard on this one. Microsoft, you can do it. You can do login with Microsoft. You can do login with GitHub. You can do login with LinkedIn. I'm going to dig into those a little bit, and if there's anything interesting there to share, I'll share it. But you've got the same concerns there. You've got major corporations who are now controlling what you can and can't log into, which is fine because you've got that choice to say, yes, I want to log in with that account. But just think about what happens if that account disappears tomorrow. How much of your business will go with it? This isn't about leaving Google. It's about recognizing you may have built on a single point of failure that you actually don't control. And if that's the case, I'm going to recommend that you disengage all of your login with Google's or login with Microsoft or login with LinkedIn or whatever it is, and make sure that you've got or make sure you've got backup methods for logging into some of these accounts. The mind shift, let me try that one again. The mindset shift here is not, oh, we've got to blow it all up. It's about treating your provider like infrastructure you rent and not a relationship you have. You don't have a relationship with these providers. They are providing you a service. You are paying for them for a service, and they can terminate that service anytime they want. That's in their terms and conditions. Now, on Friday, I'm going to go through the practical side of this. I'm going to talk about what to actually do. I'm going to talk about making sure you have those backup logins, things of that nature, and try and cover some of those off. But today, I really wanted to just get you thinking about and start cataloging, auditing. What is it that you are logging in? What are you logging in with Google for, to, however that comes out best for you? Okay, guys, what do you think? Are you using login with Google? Have you had problems with it? I doubt you have, because it just works when it works. But what happens if, and maybe possibly when, Google's AI goes, no, you've put this image up I don't like, we're going to terminate your account. Or you've sent this email we don't like, we're going to terminate your account. Or you've written this document that we don't like and we're terminating your account. What is going to happen? What are you going to lose access to? Really want you to think about that one. And I want you to let me know where you're at with it. Where's your thoughts currently? Is this something that you think will never happen to you? Is this something that's gone, oh, we didn't actually realize that, we hadn't thought about that? Whatever it is, wherever you fall on that spectrum, I'd love you to leave comments wherever you are watching or listening to this episode, and let me know your thoughts on it. If it was interesting, useful, mildly entertaining, whatever it is, I would appreciate it if you give the episode a like and maybe share it with a friend as well. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so now and ring that notification bell so you find out when I drop more content. Looking at my stats, a lot of you are watching the content, but you haven't subscribed to the channel. I am very, very grateful that you are watching the content. I would love it if you'd subscribe to the channel. Thank you. As always, I am here to help you. I am the Tech Wrangler. If you have anything that you need help with in terms of online technology, connecting things, doing these sorts of audits, get in touch with me. You can always book one free breakthrough session with me. Go to askcharlyleetham.com. You get 30 minutes. I will give you the absolute value that I can, most value that I can in that 30 minutes. If you have already used your free breakthrough session and you still want to keep working with me, thank you so much. I would love to keep working with you. Reach out. We will have a look at what package we have that works best to working together so that I can support you to the best of my ability. All right, guys, that's it for this episode. Have a safe and secure week. Have a great week. In fact, I will see you on Wednesday for Walkthrough Wednesday, and Friday we'll dig down into this one a little bit further. See you later, guys. Bye.
Hey there, thanks so much for tuning in to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost. I hope today's episode gave you some actionable insights that will make your business tech work smarter for you. If you found value, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with other small business owners who could use a daily boost. For more tips, tools, and resources, visit www.askcharlyleetham.com. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, and let's make tech simple together.